All right, so we're just following on here from our last episode. It just follows on. It's all done at the same time. So the birds are here, and we've just got about another 20 minutes of footage, just observing what's going on. So what's happened since then? Well, we've posted the episode one and on TikTok and YouTube, and it's got about 500 views on TikTok, and one comment, and the comment has been that the seeds mostly attract the sparrows, and that the advice given is that to get a peanut butter log from mitre 10, and that brings in things like the wax eyes and the tui's wax eyes, other things. So that prompted a visit to the old friend ChatGPT, but AI. And the AI suggests that the seed here that I've got here mostly attracts introduced species like the sparrow, and that some of the other options are the peanut butter sort of log feeder thing, which is quite good for some of the more native species, and sugar water or nectar. And one of the other suggestions is it suggested some citrus, cutting it in half and putting it upside, and that might attract like the little wax eyes. The fantails, they're more of an insect-based thing there. So I'm off on a trip to Mitre 10 for some other little projects that I'm working on, a bit of paint and stuff, and racking, shelf racking is on special, so we might go have a look at that and see if we can get a couple of sets of that as part of setting up some storage options around the house and sort of thing. But so we're going to go and have a look at that. So see what develops in that space. Now, looking out today, which is possibly 24 hours after this was done, the seed level is just down, just above the top of the lower thing that you can see there, just below that. So that's where we're at now. So about 2 sparrow body weights below that, with the old birds there. So they've been chomping away big time. I haven't got up close enough to have a look at the rolled oats to see what's been going on there, but we'll have to have a look at that. So there's been some developments in the feeding station for the birds, a few ideas to follow up on there. We want to keep it fairly simple and cost effective, so we'll just have to see. My lovely wife has bought some more of the bird seed, so that'll keep the sparrows busy, but I'm thinking of maybe cutting some small feijoas in half. It's feijoa season. We've got quite a few under one of our bushes, so I'm thinking of putting that across the top of the gallows there, cut them in half so the birds can have a little bit of a peck at those. So maybe putting some nails or something up there so we can work on that. So that's happening soon, maybe. And maybe we'll look at the peanut butter logs and see if we can get some sort of nectar feeding station out there. So probably do a bit of a search on YouTube or Pinterest to see some options, feeding station options. But meantime, the old sparrows are getting stuck in. So we've just got the old fella there on his own at the moment, just keeping things up and going at it. It's a little less windy today, so we might get a little bit of footage a little bit later on. Probably, I think 10 minutes is probably the best sort of scenario for updates and things what's happening there. But well, we'll see how things develop. Meanwhile, old mate here he's sort of a little bit distracted there. He's on his own, keeping it there. Where are all my mates gone? What's happening? He could feel a shift in the atmosphere as he was left alone to himself at the feeding station. Meanwhile, an ominous, what is happening? He's looking about, trying to sort it out. But oh well, he's all good. He's just having a little peck and a bit of seed. I must clean out the drinking bird bath situation there, but we'll see. Maybe I could build a little bit of a shelf there as well to keep that up off the ground so I can put the stool away and use it for a chair. Meanwhile, Flutterby comes in, the old white butterfly, looking for my cabbages, no doubt, which I don't have. The garden is a little further on from there, in behind the feijoas. So, golly, he's just staying there on his own, keeping guard of the food, this fella. And old no mates there, Neville no mates. He's having a little peck there and there, and he's quite happy there. Quite happy. Must be a bit of a loner, dangerous type of sparrow. We'll see what comes along. So it looks like the wind's dropped down a wee bit there. Sun's, it's probably after midday. There's the sun's sort of to the south, the shadows to the south, and the sun's on there. I've actually got a sundial up in the cupboard somewhere. It was given to me in, must have been 1998 when I left Huntley College. They gave me a sundial. I could set that up somewhere, I guess. There, but we'll see what happens. Well, this guy, he's been there for quite a while on his own, just pecking away. We'll have to have a look. Here comes another flutterby coming in. Oh, there's another one. I think we got more butterflies than we have birds, as it turns out. But old mate just keeps pecking away, getting himself full of seed. He's making weight for the next round of the Sparrow UFC or whatever. I don't think I've managed to capture a bird on the tray there eating the rolled oats. Apparently the rolled oats, the raw oats are acceptable according to Forest and Bird. They're all good. They if you cook them up, you know, they get the gluten and can form a bit of a mesh, which will go and crust on their beaks, and that's not good. Not good for business. Not good for business at all. But wow, this guy has been there for quite some time, just feasting away, keeping it open, but none of his mates are having any of it. He's just going away. I think he's been there. Well, I've been going here for about 10 minutes, and he's been there most of the time. So it's good while you can get it, I suppose. He's happy. No fight, no flight. Yes, he's a legend in his own lunchtime. Well, so yes, some developments in the bird feeding. We have seen some blackbirds and thrush, the bird, in there, just sort of from time to time. I haven't seen a thrush eating or a blackbird eating the seed, but they were on the ground, and a couple were up there on the fence. You can see a little bit of a rub in the top of the fence there, just immediately to the left of the upright to the gallows. That is a plum tree there, that stump, and it was quite a significant plum tree, and one of the branches used to rub on the fence there and then cross over into the neighbours. The plum itself was a Christmas plum in that it was available around Christmas time. It was and it was an edible plum, but not my favourite edible. And so we used to get a few of them and eat them, but not a lot. And so we cut it right back there, and that was about a year ago. So the stump is still sprouting green shoots, which I'm going to keep trimmed to that level. So we may get some plums on it, and the feijoa ends there, which I'm going to train across to the fence. And just on the very left of the picture, you can see a leaf. Now that was a Satsuma plum. I bought it. It's a grafted plum, but the bit above the graft has died, and what we see there is from below the graft, and I've espaliered that on the fence there, which you can't see, but I've got some wire in there, clothesline wire, and I'm running that, and I'm going to run those plums along it and up the fence. And I've got a plum, and this is going left, plum, mandarin, and mandarin. What have I got after the mandarin? Plum, mandarin. I've got a tamarillo, but I have something else. Can't think what the other thing is that I had. Plum. I thought I had 4 of them. I've got a plum, mandarin, tamarillo. I don't know what the other one is. Oh, plum, mandarin, tangelo, and then tamarillo, the old tree tomato. And I'm going to work those along the fence there, espalier, so we'll be able to walk along the fence and have a variety of different fruits. Meanwhile, I think this is a different one, this guy. He was on the other side there, but he's come across to the sunny side. They all seem to favour the bottom step. I don't know why that is. Maybe they get a better ride there. I'm not 100% sure, but this guy's, yeah, it's a bit of an odd angle there, but he's on his own and he's just having a little leisurely little peck as he goes about his day. Not the big number of birds that we've had there previously, but yeah, he's a bit of a slim dude. I suppose we should try and work out whether they're male or female. Oh, he's popped up there. He's quite a fine looking bird, quite thin, with the dark brown markings there. Oh, he's into the top shelf, likes a bit of top shelf stuff, does this guy, as he pecks away there. And we're going off to Mitre 10, and then when we come back, we might do a bit more filming of where we're at after this one for episode 3, which is like 24 hours later, but they're pretty much down to the top of the bottom feeder, or where I was there. There's no seed left in the top one at all. So there, we've got room for, there's 2, maybe 6 birds or 8 birds, I'm not sure. There's the one that guy's on. Or it's 2 per side, or, yeah, it's quite a, maybe 4 on the bottom and 2 at the top. 6 birds maybe is the capacity. We had quite a large number earlier on, but this guy's just pecking steadily away. I don't know whether they husk the seed or not. Certainly my mum's budgies, they used to husk the seed. You know, they would break the seeds with their beaks and then eat what was inside the seed and discard like the husk. But I don't know whether what the sparrows, how their eating behaviours are, and what sort of little rituals they perform. In my job as a land surveyor, I did a survey of the Puki Lagoon down in Sanson, and that was an area where students from Massey University would come out and observe the wildlife, and they would just sit and look at them and describe some of the things they do and relate them to behaviour and things like that. So they'd do different things. Now, I'm sure they could look at this sparrow here and see what was going on there. He's pecking, looks around, preening. There's all sorts of things and reasons why the birds do these things sometimes, which is quite intriguing in some ways. That, why the birds do these particular behaviours. They might be to do with safety, looking out, fight or flight, that type of thing. But yeah, anyway, this guy's there. It's mostly been solo birds just gorging themselves, pretty much. Gorging at the buffet. All right, so we're coming to the end of this video. So if you like these sort of videos, your advice, of course, is welcome in the comments. Maybe you could tell us where you're watching from. That would be nice to know. And like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. Yeah, get notifications so you don't miss anything at the bird feeder and that sort of thing. But yeah, your feedback is really appreciated. Um, on the one hand, it's just nice to know, but comments, constructive criticism by all means. Tell us what you want. Advice and suggestions, always welcome. So, this has been a maurieo presentation, recorded live in our lovely little studio in downtown Ngaruawahia. The big smoke in Aotearoa, New Zealand, a place where Kiwis live. A place we like to call God's own country. Cheers. See you.